So let's go over 5 through 9 of the sequence and patterns packet. Okay, on number 5, on A part, you should have drawn 5 white squares in the top, 5 gray squares in the middle, and 5 white squares at the bottom. Okay? In B part, your table should be filled in with 12 and 15. Okay, it says how many white squares does this pattern have if we're talking about one of the patterns in the sequence has 10 gray squares. So this one has 5. So how many? So 5 grays equals how many whites? 10 whites. So 10 grays would equal 20 whites. And we could have set up a proportion to solve that, but that's pretty straightforward. Now, on D part, another pattern has a total of 18 squares. How many grays does it have? 6. So if it's got 18, that means that it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 3 times. So 6 grays and 12 whites. Okay, any questions on number 5? Okay, let's look at number 6. Here are the first 4 terms of a number sequence. 5, 9, 13, and 17. Write down the next term of the sequence. What would it be? 21, because what did we do each time? Add 4. So explain how you found your answer, and you should have just written add 4 on that. That's not asking for a rule. If it's asking for a rule, you never write add 4. But if it's asking what you did, that's perfectly acceptable. On B part, it says the 24th term of the number sequence is 97. Find the 25th term. So what are we doing every time? Adding 4. So if the 24th term is 97, what would the 25th term be? 101. Did anybody write a rule for that and then just plug it in? Okay, the rule was 4n plus 1. So you could have done 4 times 25 plus 1 and you still came out with 101. Okay, questions on number 6. Okay. All right, let's look at number 7. It gives you a rule. Number 7, it says the nth term of a number sequence is given by 3n plus 1. Work out the first 3 terms of the number sequence. Who can tell me how they went about doing that? Okay, Max, go ahead.
I replaced n with 1, 2, and 3 and got 4, 7, and 10.
Okay, so n is 1, 2, and 3. The first term, second term, third term. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So that's A part, 4, 7, and 10. Okay. In the B part, here are the first 4 terms in another sequence. 1, 5, 9, 13. Find in terms of n an expression for the nth term. Who came up with that one? 4n minus 3. Because what are you doing to each term? Adding 4. So therefore that's 4n. For your n equals 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2, 8. And how would I get 5? Minus 3. Okay? Any questions on 7? Okay. On number 8, all they asked was for the next term in the sequence. For number 8A, what was it? 8AI. 17. II. -2. I. 32. Now let's talk about B. It says the numbers in the sequence increase by the same amount each time. I've got 11, blank, blank, 35. What are the missing numbers? 19 and 27. Who all did that by trial and error? Okay, that's fine. Did anybody do this by mathematical?
I did like 35 minus, you know, divided by 3.
Okay, that's another way you could have done it. The difference, so 35 minus 11 is 24. Then you've got 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase. So then you can divide it by 3. So that equaled 8. So you're adding 8 every time. But trial and error, as long as you've got the time and it's not too hard, is fine. Any questions on 8? All right, let's look at 9. On number 9, they give you the nth term. It's 100 minus 3n. They want you to work out the first 3 terms in the sequence. So the first term is 100 minus 3, or 97. 100 minus 6. 100 minus 9. Okay. Now, B part says, work out the first term in the sequence that is negative. Now, this was a trial and error. So, does anybody know which n it is? What the n number? 34. So, we would say 100 minus 3 times 34. So, 100 minus 102. Is that right? And you get -2 as the first number that is negative. Yes. That's okay.
I didn't do trial and error either. I just knew that 99 was a multiple of 3 and then subtracted that from 100 and then subtracted 3 from there. And got
Okay. Okay. All right.
It says it was 100 minus 3 and I just divided by 3 by both sides.
Okay.
And then got 33.33 minus n is positive 1. And so the next one will be 4 minus n is.
Okay. Because you knew that 99 would be the highest number that could be subtracted and still be positive. And that would be the 33rd term. Yep. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So then it's multiples of 3. So the next one would have to be -2. Okay. So we are done with that lesson.